Today's video is sponsored by War Thunder. In Death Stranding, your goal is to reconnect a fractured America by delivering essential supplies and creating connections using a network called the Chiral Network. This 2019 original game from master gamesman Hideo Kojima received mixed reviews on release. Accompanying that was a time to 100% the game of roughly 100 hours, leading to this Platinum Trophy only being earned by 1.7% of gamers. With a sequel coming in June 2025, I decided it was finally time to check out the game, taking on the challenge of adding another rare Platinum Trophy to my trophy case. In order to do that, I'll need to win several popularity contests, reconnect America by my lonesome, and become the greatest delivery man the universe has ever known. Can I handle walking thousands of miles with hundreds of pounds of crap on my back on the hardest difficulty this game has to offer, or will my knees crumble under the pressure? Let's find out as I take on the Platinum Trophy in... Kicking off the story, we're immediately introduced to Sam Porter Bridges, portrayed by none other than the great Norman Reedus. Riding on a trike across a desolate America, I was already questioning just what this game was going to be in the very first cutscene. That acidic bird shit? Is that what just happened? Dude got dutied on, it was had acid in it? You're never gonna believe this, but Sam Porter Bridges is in fact a porter for a company called Bridges. He serves as a one-man delivery crew, taking packages wherever they need to go and treating them with better care than any UPS driver ever has. Cruising his way to another completed delivery, he sees a woman we later learn is named Fragile and crashes to avoid turning her into absolute dust. After the crash, Sam snuck off to a nearby cave where we learned that this rain has a terrifying effect, causing anyone or thing that comes in contact with it to age rapidly. The rain, aptly named Timefall, also hides more secrets because within the Timefall lurks terrifying creatures called BTs, or beached things, that we're not able to even see. Sam has something called dooms, which essentially mean he's more connected to the quote-unquote other side where the BTs come from and can sense them. There are varying levels of dooms, with some people high enough of a level that they can not only see these BTs but also control them. Completing my first delivery netted me the first trophies of this playthrough, and this platinum journey was officially underway. Confirm. Good Samaritan, deliver your first piece of lost cargo. We're off to a start. Maybe it's a good one, maybe not, but we're off to a start nonetheless. Delivering is what I do. Complete the prologue, Porter. Death Stranding's delivery system is based off of 5 different categories: bridge link, delivery time, delivery volume, cargo condition, and miscellaneous, and in order to earn the trophy Great Deliverer, I'll need to get each of them to level 60, making it easily one of the grindiest trophies in this game. When a person dies in this world, they must be incinerated, or else the body will hit a stage called necrosis, where if not burned, the body will explode, causing what's called a void out, with the ability to destroy all nearby life. To show us just how deep in the trenches we were with this, Kojima decided to put a void out on display immediately after our first mission. Oh, he's gonna explode. What on earth did that do? Oh, that dude's about to get eaten alive. What? Excuse me? As it turns out, Sam is what's called a repatriate, meaning he simply can't die. Well, okay, he can, but he comes back to life every time. As I mentioned back in the intro, the original version of this game released way back in 2019, and I've avoided playing this game like the plague for one very tiny reason. Oh, that's the thing I saw in the trailer. That's the reason I never played this game. Right there. That whole thing. I know what you're thinking, Trav. It's a baby. You have kids. What's wrong with you? Listen, it grossed me out, okay? Leave me alone. Waking up alive and relatively well, I received a pair of cufflinks which allowed me to view the map and see my objectives, amongst other things. We quickly met several key characters, including Deadman, Hartman, and Sam's mother, Bridget, who also happens to be the president of the United Cities of America. Bridget was on her deathbed with cancer and quickly briefly passed away, but not before passing a contract onto Sam, essentially locking him into rebuilding America by connecting every facility across the country by using the chiral network I mentioned back at the start of this video. Since the president had died, naturally my next job was to take her body to the incinerator so that the world wouldn't have to experience another void out, especially after the last one just destroyed an entire city. On the way there, I experienced the thrill of Death Stranding's online interface for the first time, turning into a 50-year-old man using Facebook for the first time when I gave my first like. Like and be liked. Give your first like. Okay, I didn't know that was the button for that. I saw it's, I just like started clicking random stuff. It worked. Okay, another trophy. Arriving at the incinerator, I placed Bridget's body inside, ensuring that she wouldn't turn into a BT or, blow up the city before they told me to burn another piece of cargo. This little thing is called a BB or bridge baby, and using them is how people without dooms are able to detect when BTs are nearby. With this in mind, Sam tries connecting the BB to himself, and rather than disposing of it, is instantly given a weird vision of an unknown man before a group of BTs made themselves known, and I got to experience firsthand just how terrifying these things could be. Wouldn't that noise attract whatever these creatures are, though? That's the thing I'm not understanding 100% here is if you have to cover your mouth and be quiet. Holy shit. Oh. Ah! Ah! Oh my god. Run! Holy shitballs, what did I get myself into? Returning back to Capital Knot City completed the mission, giving me another trophy and pushing the story forward into episode 2 where Amelie first appears. Amelie is apparently Sam's sister who went west to reconnect America before being captured by the Homo Demons, a terrorist organization that has a bad reputation for destroying towns and causing void outs, making sure they leave nothing when they're gone. Sam is given the Cupid, which is necessary for connecting all of these different knots, and I went on my merry way where trophies really started to stack up. By simply following along with the tutorials in the game, I added 3 more onto my total. Apprentice Builder. Complete your first structure. Signs, ladders, and climbing anchors also count. Oh, cool. Oh, here we go. Get rid of that. I couldn't hold it in. There's a trophy for pissing. Be outside for the first time. Oh my god. Mark your territory, buddy. Get it all over. That's a lot of piss. That is so much piss. Prominent Porter. Reach grade 10 in any delivery evaluation category. That was a mouthful. Crossing the country to make it to the West Coast would be nothing short of a miracle, considering just how rugged the terrain is and the sheer amount of BT areas that are spread all over the map, not to mention the Homo Demons that aren't happy when I cross into their territory. But of course, I pushed forward and began connecting America together again, no matter the consequences. A new day for the UCA. Connect your first new affiliate to the UCA. Okay, cool. Connecting these new areas to the chiral network was huge because it not only allowed me to see more of the world, but I would also get the ability to fabricate equipment to aid me on this journey, and that will come in handy in a massive way in a short while. Using the post box I just created, I donated a climbing anchor for one of my fellow porters to use and got another trophy for doing so. I'm getting a lot of these easy ones off the rip, and they're going to be ones that take me ages. There's no way this is a 100-hour platinum when getting all these easy if there aren't ones that are literal hell, so yippee. Completing another delivery got my bridge link grade to level 1 for another trophy before I discovered my first true collectible of the game. There aren't many collectibles to worry about in Death Stranding, which honestly surprised me given how large the world is, but the core ones I'll need to worry about are the memory chips. With only 56 chips to collect, it really didn't sound that bad until I realized that some of the chips don't even appear until you read their corresponding emails or interviews in the pause menu. Delivering my first chip grabbed me a trophy, and then inside the pause menu, there's also a music player where I got a trophy for simply playing a song, but I'm not getting hit by the copyright police, so you'll have to listen to that one for yourself. Deadman gave me some more information on BBs, and basically these little things have it really rough. Stillborn babies born via still mothers, so they're essentially dead but kept kind of alive inside of the pods that simulate their deceased mother's wombs. Our BB is super cool though, and also enjoys cosplaying as an old man on Facebook for the first time. A baby blessing. Get a like from BB. Oh, BB is fond of this sign. I was like, what did I do to help BB out? Okay. I was sent out to collect some chiral crystals nearby the facility, and naturally returning with them tacked on another trophy, and at this point, I felt like I was popping these things like candy. Chiral Crafter. Recycle chiral crystals for the first time. 20% of the trophies already is pretty cool. Container repair spray. The People's Porter. Reach a total of 2,400 likes on the results screen. W. The custom. Oh my god, I'm getting everything. Acquire your first piece of customization data. Just Trophy Pop Central, I guess. Well connected. Reach connection level 3 with a facility. Oh my god. Are there any more? Are any other random ass trophies just gonna pop into my inventory? To this point, I hadn't experienced any real combat, so when I went to complete a nearby mission that would see me stealing from some terrorists, I was shocked by what Sam could do. Ah! Knee strike. Oh shit. Kick. Kick. Oh shit. Jump. Ah, body slam. Oh my god. Ah, run. Alright. Get your stand back. Get your stand back. Oh, we're about to pull some crazy shit. Ah! Oh my god. Knee strike. Oh, I got zapped. I did not expect combat to be like this. Oh, I'm dead. Oh no, I'm not dead. Get up. Knocked out. I got knocked the fuck out. Oh no. I may have been defeated, but I was ready to get back into the fight and go to war. In today's sponsor, War Thunder. War Thunder is the most comprehensive free-to-play vehicle combat game ever made and is now available for free on PC, PlayStation, Xbox, and mobile devices. War Thunder has one of the most sophisticated vehicle damage models in gaming. Every single vehicle is intricately modeled down to its individual components with realistic engines, weapons, and more, all susceptible to damage or disabling from enemy fire. Not to mention the different types of armor, shells, and missiles that behave like their real-world counterparts. Take command of the land and sea in tanks, planes, helicopters, and ships from all the way back in the 1920s to the fighter jets and main battle tanks of today. Far and away, my favorite thing about War Thunder is the intense dogfights. Maneuvering through the sky trying to gain an advantage on the other team's fighters is exhilarating and extremely rewarding to me. Join a worldwide community of over 70 million players in epic PvP battles today and delve into the breathtaking experience that is War Thunder. Play War Thunder now for free on PC, PlayStation, Xbox, or mobile devices. Use my links in the pinned comment or video description to sign up. New players and those who haven't played in 6 months will also receive a massive bonus pack on PC or consoles that includes multiple premium vehicles, the exclusive vehicle decorator Eagle of Valor, 100,000 Silver Lions, and 7 days of premium account. This is available for a limited time only, so don't miss out. At one point, I walked away to help my wife with something and popped the trophy Snooze and Soothe, which I literally had no idea I'd gotten until I got to editing this part of the video. So there's that. I put on a new pair of boots shortly after because my first pair were nearly broken, and then ruthlessly shook a baby to get it to stop crying, and that gave me 2 more. PSA, don't shake babies. Don't do what I just did. There are different types of orders you can take on to gain the stars and levels I mentioned earlier, one being standard orders that don't actually progress the story, but do give you a chance to gain exponentially more likes because of the larger cargo loads. I bet you will not guess what happened when I completed my first standard order. Go ahead, comment and tell me what you think. Did you get it? If you get it right, I'll give you a cookie or a smooch or something. I don't know. If you guessed it gave you another trophy, Trav, you damn right it did. The final trophy I earned during this area was the aptly named A Shout in the Dark, where I literally didn't do anything, and I guess Sam decided to yell out for another player, and that player yelled back. I was so confused when this one popped because I was legitimately just riding on my bike, but I'll take it. Finally, after way longer than it should have taken, I made it to Port Knot City where everything began to unravel. How on earth... I'm so confused. The hell is that? What in the fuck?
The name's Higgs. The particle of...
Oh, hello, Troy Baker.
So it was you that dragged him into all this.
What the hell? Jesus, guy.
I've come to understand the truth of the Death Stranding.
Whoa.
He said it! He said it!
Ah, it's the whale thing.
Isn't this what you've been waiting for this whole time? A game over.
I've had several already. I'm not waiting for one. Say, it's probably just gonna keep chasing me, so if I just keep picking up my grenades... Ah, shitballs. Run, 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 run. Come on, we're finally doing something half decent. Finally kind of figuring out what I'm doing. Okay, kill it. We do it. I think that means we did it. Catcher Crusher. Eliminate the BT. Oh my gosh. I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of shitting bricks that whole time. We need you. Complete episode 2, Amelie. With the BT handled, I took a little boat ride with Fragile to Lake Knot City, where I learned some damning information about our new friend. Higgs, the bad guy we'd just met, used to work for her company Fragile Express, but eventually went rogue and took control, where he eventually made the Homo Demons, but because of his actions, everyone thinks that Fragile is a terrorist as well. On the flip side, there are some folks in the world that have no interest in doing business with anyone other than her, so she agreed to let Sam use her credentials to try and get them into the network. Not long after arriving in the area, I had already made a few different connections and ended up taking on a mission that would see me trek through another terrorist camp and ended up leading to this. Pathfinder. Help porters through a mule or terrorist area for the first time. That's the first time I've done that? I feel like I've cleared a few of those. Heading back to Lake Knot City, I found a partially built road, and driving on it made me realize what I was missing out on. If it can make traveling that much easier, it was definitely worth the materials to build my own road. All roads lead to the UCA. Complete your first road. Oh, look at that. Using my new road to travel to the distro center south of Lake Knot City, I completed my first order of over 80 kilometers, popping the well-traveled trophy while doing so. My next goal was to bring South Knot City onto the chiral network, but this was definitely easier said than done. South Knot has gotten it pretty much the worst out of all facilities, as they were the target of a nuclear bomb sent by Higgs. That ended up being the reason Fragile is viewed as a terrorist herself, and directly led to why she wears the full bodysuit she's sporting at all times. Just like in real life, history has repeated itself, as an undercover Higgs gave me a mini nuke to carry as cargo to blow more of the world to Kingdom Come. Uncovering the bomb with Fragile meant I only had one option: make a mad dash to the crater lake next to South Knot and throw the nuke in the tar pit before it was able to go off. Thankfully, I had a motorcycle and knew how to avoid the BTs in the area, so I was able to save the world again for now with time to spare. Okay. Oh. Holy shit. Now that things were safe for at least a little bit, Fragile finally gave us the full story on her and Higgs.
By the time I realized what Higgs was planning, the nuke was already at the city gates. He caught me red-handed outside the gates, nuke still cradled in my arms like a child. So, as punishment, he strips me down to nothing. And then he makes it rain.
Listen up, Fragile. I got a proposition for you. Do you want to live out your days as damaged goods? Or would you rather take damage for the goods? If all you want is to save yourself, you just have to jump. However, if you want to see this altruistic streak of yours through, then you'll have to carry my nuke to the bottomless pit and toss it in.
Even if you do save South Knot, you'll always be the nut job who blew up Middle Knot. They'll never stop hunting you. Believe me, I know.
Because I'm fragile. But I'm not that fragile.
Coming out of that cutscene, I finished another delivery, officially completing episode 3 before receiving an incoming message from Mama, another friend who had been helping us along this journey. She told us about an insane spike in chiral activity and that we needed to go check it out immediately, so I did just that. What am I about to fight, dude? Not good. Oh my god. What I never could have imagined was being swept away like Dorothy in the Twister, waking up on a battlefield and coming face to face with the man Sam had been seeing via his connection with the BB. What in the ungodly fuck is that? That's the guy that we keep seeing in our visions with BB. I'm terrified. Oh, am I about to be face to face with Mads? Oh my goodness. Those are terrifying. Oh, shit. What the hell? That one doesn't have a head. What the fuck? There's some behind me too? That's bullshit. This is a very weird and unexpected segment of this game. Come on. Oh, we did it. Wow. That shit was tough. Oh, shit. Back in the real world, or present day, or wherever I was now, it was finally time to go meet Mama in person. Played by Margaret Qualley, Mama's story is extremely tragic, and it gets there really quick. During a few interactions to this point, Mama had mentioned her baby, but I never saw the kid or heard it crying at those times. It turns out that's because her baby is actually a BT, meaning it didn't survive the delivery. When she was set to give birth, the hospital she was in collapsed on account of Higgs' nuke destroying the city. She gifted Sam a new and upgraded Cupid, but it needed the software update that only one person could perform, a woman named Lochna in Mountain Knot City. If you remember a bit earlier in the video, I said connecting these new areas to the chiral network was huge because it not only allowed me to see more of the world, but I would also get the ability to fabricate equipment to aid me on this journey, and that will come in handy in a massive way in a short while. Well, that massive way in a short while has officially arrived because before I headed up to the mountain, Mama gave me the ability to craft the single most important structure in Death Stranding, the Zipline. Creating a network of ziplines as I progress through the rest of this game would be my saving grace during the absolute grind that was the back half of this platinum journey. Arriving in the mountain shortly after a long journey around it, I found out that Lochna wasn't just any random person, but more specifically, she was Mama's twin. The two hadn't spoken in quite some time because their twin telepathy connection was severed when Mama gave birth to her BT, but Lochna wasn't aware of that and thought her sister cut her out when she had their baby. I know, I just said that these two sisters had a baby together, and essentially they did. When they were born, they were conjoined and had surgery to split them apart, and that resulted in them each having health issues that either caused them to be unable to conceive or unable to carry a baby. So when Lochna's partner died in an accident, they decided to use a fertilized egg and give it to Mama to carry, so technically she was carrying Lochna's child, and technically they're like one person because they were conjoined. It's weird, but they did technically have a baby together. In order for Mama to return to her sister and fix their relationship, we needed to sever her connection with the baby BT, but the only way we could do that was by turning my cufflinks into a weapon called a cord cutter. Cutting Mama free and taking her up the mountain to her sister revealed something unexpected, that she was actually dead this whole time. Her soul was stranded in the workshop because of her connection to the baby BT, so severing it freed her, but also started her rapidly decreasing death clock. Luckily, the two sisters were reunited briefly before she passed on in what was one of the most wholesome moments of the game. In episode 6, Deadman was holding on to BB for now because it was seemingly transforming into a living being, which could have caused issues with its connection to the other side, thus making it obsolete because BBs can't survive out of their pods. So unfortunately for BB, becoming a real-life baby was not an option. What he told me next was so secret he couldn't tell me in the privacy of my own private room. Nope, he had to slam me up against the wall of the shower like he was in a scene from 50 Shades of Grey about to get kinky on my ass. The secret was that Bridget was actually the person who kept the BB program intact in secret after everything was destroyed and it was outlawed. During my trip through the mountains, a delivery was completed by one of my delivery bots taking care of the trophy, the Automation Revolution. Not long after, I completed another delivery to a photographer's family where I was given some crucial information about the Death Stranding.
That it has happened before. Since the birth of our planet, countless species have gone extinct, from bacteria to dinosaurs. Scientists refer to the largest known mass extinctions as the Big Five. But there have, of course, been many other extinction events, albeit on a smaller scale. What if the artists were trying to document one such event, that of their own extinction? It would be the first record in Earth's history of a Death Stranding.
In a brief transmission from Lochna and Mama, of course, because of the weird "we're one person now" thing, I found out that there was another insane chiral spike happening, so it was once again time to be swept away, completing Deadman's episode in the process before once again landing in a battlefield not just far away, but some time ago. This event was a very similar battle to the first one, where we finally learned the full name of the combat veteran, Clifford Unger. Unger believes our BB is his child that we'd been seeing him talk to in all of the cutscenes. After another lengthy battle, I was able to take him down once again. Come on, move. Yeah. Do we do it? Okay.
Maybe this is all my fault. I should never have put you in that prison.
What the fuck? Sam looking at Clifford's dog tags there raised a few questions for me, but there was just no way, right? At this point in the game, everything was really confusing to me still. Some of the questions I had were, what were the beaches? Why were the BTs a thing? And so on and so forth. Well, during Sam's next shower, I got at least one question answered by a fella named Hartman, who I'd soon be meeting face to face.
If my thinking is correct, the dimension to which you traveled is a kind of beach. To explain a little, our bodies, our ha, all occupy the same world, but our souls, our ka, have beaches all their own. These beaches are given form inside our brains by our beliefs, religion, philosophy, and so forth. As a result, a beach can be anything, and those anythings form a multiverse.
Before heading up to meet this new friend, I took a detour to put in a supply request before heading over to a nearby BT field to finally test out my cord cutters on a BT that wasn't attached to Mama. Speaking of Mama, unlike normal bodies, since she had technically been dead for quite some time, she never necrotized, meaning I didn't have to incinerate her. After being tasked with delivering her body to Hartman's facility, I arrived and noticed a weird timer in the corner of my screen. Seeing time to resurrection pop up instantly made me think that somehow Mama was going to reanimate, but somehow the actual outcome was even weirder.
Administering shock. Stand clear. You know your heart stops beating.
It stops every 21 minutes. I spend 3 minutes on the beach, and then return. 60 deaths and 60 resurrections per day. 60 opportunities to search the beach for my departed family. This is how I live. This is my life.
Hartman himself was the person resurrecting, and his story was similarly tragic to the rest of the gang thus far. Every day dying and coming back to life over and over until he can find his wife and child on their beach has to be the single saddest existence I could imagine. My next big target for the network was the chiral relay that was destroyed by a massive amount of tar during the first expedition west led by Amelie. After some more networking, Hartman dropped another bomb on me, essentially theorizing that Bridget and Amelie are, or at least were, extinction entities, or EEs, looking to bring about the sixth extinction to eradicate the human race. Not long after that, I was able to reach the tar belt, completing Hartman's chapter and setting off another section of terror for dear old Trav. About the only idea I have. Oh, holy. Oh, those are whales. These are actual whales this time. I'm guessing this was the right thing to do. What in the fuck are you doing? Climb the right fucking way. Whoa, what the hell? Why are you just standing in the middle of the tar? Oh, shit.
Higgs.
What the fuck is up with him licking things? Stop that, you weird bastard. Arriving at the distribution center north of Edgenot City and being confronted by Higgs, it was officially a race against time to find and save Amelie before he could get to her. In a cutscene where she seemingly couldn't hear Sam, she admits the truth. She is in fact an extinction entity like Hartman theorized and could end the world at the drop of a hat. Running past dozens of BTs, I made it to Edgenot City, but it was too late as Amelie had grown to a gargantuan size and was set to end the world if I didn't step in now.
Time to reset.
Why? Okay, I did it. Ha ha ha.
Extinction's on hold for now.
So I had Fragile jump me to Amelie's beach in a twist that I wish we could have tried earlier when she was on the beach before Higgs got to her, but here we are, locked into a fist fight with the big bad with no BB or weapons to help. Oh, it's a fist fight. Oh, damn. Okay. Where you at, guy? There you are. No way, this is definitely not what I expected.
Hey, you! Over here. Well, there ain't one.
The fighting is so funny. When I don't use a weapon, it is very funny, actually.
Then let's dance.
Oh, wait. I thought I had to get him with the strand. I thought I was being a little too fancy. I could have just
I don't need the gun, Sam.
punched him out.
I can beat you.
Oh, shit.
I can beat you.
Oh, my God. I can't believe that actually worked. Stop him out. Stop him out. Stop him out. Stop him out. Nice. Oh, my God. We did it again. Okay. Dude, we're beating that ass. What? Oh, my God. I didn't expect an old-fashioned two-punch brigade. What the hell? Oh, my God. This is the most ridiculous fight. Okay, grab him. Headbutt. Oh my God. I loved that. I loved that a lot. The Particle of God, complete episode 9, Higgs. That should have been the end of our story, but it wasn't. Over on another part of Amelie's beach, not only did we see Bridget somehow alive again, but Hartman and Clifford Unger also appeared and all hell broke loose. With all of our friends around but clearly hurt in more way than one, it was officially time for Sam Porter Bridges to kick it into overdrive and make it back to the beginning in Capital Knot City. I read my 100th piece of mail before heading out and eventually ran into another chiral storm, leading to one last showdown with Clifford Unger that put together so many pieces of the puzzle.
Hand it over.
Shoot him, John. Shoot him! I gave you an order. Shoot him!
I'm your die-hard man. Beat episode 10. Come on, there we go. Ooh. That was rough.
They told me your name was Sam Porter. But you were Sam Bridges. My bridge to the future.
The hell? Bring back my baby. So is he Sam's Dad? We've been fighting our father the whole game? So Clifford was Sam's dad, Di Hartman was one of Clifford's soldiers, and he was also in love with Bridget Strand, who convinced Cliff that she could save his wife and child at the Bridges facility. This was all clearly a load of BS because in the end, when Cliff tried to take BB Sam out of the facility, she had Di Hartman pull the trigger and kill his friend. He also made a massive revelation that Amelie and Bridget were the same person, not mother and daughter like we were led to believe. One of them being the Ha and the other the Ka of the extinction entity, which is why we never saw Amelie in physical form away from the beach, and she looks exactly like Bridget. Making it back to Capital Knot City completed episode 12 before I jumped back to Amelie's beach for one final time. It was here that she told Sam no matter what, we couldn't stop the inevitable, so we had a choice to make.
Wait. I don't know what to do.
Sure you do. After everything, how could you not?
I don't... Is it bad that I don't want to kill her? R2, hug.
I'm here for you. Always. Like you were for me.
It was the bonds between people that brought the world together. And if that is what matters most to you, then I will stay here on this beach. Sam, I am the beach. And I must stay here and ensure that the extinction happens. Even if it takes tens or hundreds of thousands of years.
Apparently, Sam had been gone for a month while everyone had gone looking for him when he never returned, assuming the worst. With the world saved for now, Sam had one last piece of business to attend to, taking his BB that he now calls Lou, and disposing of it at the incinerator before moving on with his life.
Lou.
Thanks for everything. Complete episode 14, Lou. What a story, man. With Sam's story finished, but 20 trophies left to get, I knew it was time to kick it into overdrive and get this stuff done. That being said, some of this cleanup was asinine in just how boring it was. I wish after such a great story that the cleanup would have been a bit better, but it was so long and just repetitive that it really took me out of it. Kicking the cleanup into gear, I was back at the beginning area, going for 5-star connection levels at all facilities when I delivered my 3,000th kilogram of cargo, which is nearly 6,700 pounds for my American friends. By this point, I had done enough to make BB get max connection level by simply running fast on my way to finish my 36th standard delivery. The next one I earned, I didn't even know these guys were possible to interact with, or else I'd have done it way sooner. Walking up to these NPC porters in the wild and simply dropping some cargo caused them to do the same, initiating a fair trade. It wasn't long after that when I finally read my 100th interview in the pause menu and then gained 50,000 likes from the results screen to tally 2 more trophies. If you recall, earlier in the video I saved the nearby cities by throwing a mini nuclear bomb into the Tar Lake by South Knot City. When I realized doing that didn't pop the trophy Public Service Porter, I was pretty confused considering I had clearly thrown contaminated cargo into the lake. So I went to the junk dealer's facility, found a piece of cargo, and threw it in to right the ship. One of the funnier missions in the early game was delivering a pizza to some guy near Lake Knot City. While going around trying to connect every facility, I'd completely forgotten about what I thought was this one-off interaction. Remembering old Peter, I rolled up, but this time his door was open, which was really unusual. What is down here? Fate term. Peter Englert. Guy took pizza? Higgs was... What the hell? Fuck Sam. To hell with you. Game over, Sam. No continues for you. Oh my god. God particle go-getter. Find Higgs's home. I delivered this asshole pizza? I eventually stumbled upon a hot springs near the doctor's facility in the mountains and took a quick dip, giving Sam a much needed break. Delivering my 700th piece of cargo was next on my checklist before I finally completed the first half of the toughest trophy in the game. In order to complete both Birth of a Legend and Growth of a Legend, I would need to complete 20 deliveries at S rank for each of the 4 main delivery types that we talked about way back at the start of this video. Fabricating every structure type seemed like a pretty straightforward challenge, but what I didn't know was in the director's cut version of the game, which is what I was playing, there were a few extra items that I had to unlock via completing some orders for Sam. Eventually, when I consulted my dear friend Google, they told me where to go so I could unlock the chiral bridge and finally be done with this trophy. My S tier. Now I can build a chiral bridge, which should be the last one. 99% sure that's the final thing I need. If it's not, I might spike my control. Master Builder. Thank you, God. I was stuck on 12 builds for a long time, and I didn't know what the last one was. Thank God I found it. Now that I had officially built everything, it was time to finish upgrading everything to the max level. The last thing I had to do after my newly built bridge was the big-ass safe house that required a ton of materials to complete. 3, 1, please. Trailblazer, thank you, God. Okay. I officially don't have to build or upgrade any more shit. Thanks, Kojima. During my travels around the world, I made sure to pick up every single memory chip I came across, eventually finding the last one directly above the lake at Hartman's facility. The final facility I needed to bring onto the network was the veteran porter, and after grinding multiple missions for barely a quarter star at a time, he finally joined up. Naturally, he was the last facility I needed to get up to 5 stars, or so I thought. It turns out that I had somehow missed finishing up the wind farm back in the first area of the world, so I had to do a quick jump with Fragile and go finish that off. Taking on one more delivery to finish off Growth of a Legend led me to the junk dealer and a ton of weight off my back in more ways than one. Give me what I want. Give me what I want. Growth of a Legend. Just under 170 Legends of Legends of Legends, or Legend of Legends of Legends, all on very hard. That took ages. Ages. It also killed 2 birds with 1 stone, as I got Great Deliverer right after. With one final trophy standing in between me and another platinum trophy, I learned that the items I was missing for the Homo Faber trophy were lying in wait for me in potentially the most fun thing about Death Stranding, a hidden racetrack behind the Timefall farm. So I got to racing and raced like I've never raced before. I don't know anything about racing in America or anywhere else because I don't watch it, but I was like the best race car driver in one of those races. But it's safe to say when I was all finished, I was very excited to be done. Come on, I should get this as long as I don't screw up again. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. I think it was 359 is all I had to do. I think we did it. I think we did it. We did it! Oh, okay, okay, okay. We gotta go and fabricate the car. We have to go and fabricate the 2 roadsters, and we've officially done the damn thing. Let's go. I don't care about all the vehicles I already own. Fabricate this equipment. Confirm. Homo Faber. We have officially made every single damn thing I can fabricate in this game, and the Platinum Trophy, greatest of great deliverers. I am officially the greatest delivery man to ever exist. This platinum took so damn long. Thank you so much for watching this video. Like it and subscribe if you did enjoy. I will see you in the next one. I love you. Thank you again to War Thunder for sponsoring today's video. Make sure you check out War Thunder now for free on PC, PlayStation, Xbox, or mobile, and use my links in the pinned comment or video description to register. Reminder, those of you who are new or haven't played the game in 6 months will also receive a massive bonus pack across PC and console. That includes multiple premium vehicles, in-game currency, and more.